So the History English program at TCA is something that really sets us apart from other schools in the area. We have a special love for the humanities here at TCA and offer that to all of our students.
So I think my favorite part about using a combined curriculum or studying both history and English at the same time is the fact that you can take studying works of literature, like great works of literature, and you can learn where they fit into like great historic acts at the same time, or vice versa. You can learn about historic events that are going on and learn how they influence great works of literature too.
When I think about history English and what I loved about it growing up, I loved the learning. I couldn't wait to go. I thought my teachers told the best stories. I wanted to be involved in their rooms, and I often took notes as to how could I be like this teacher someday, and how do I, even now as a teacher, I think, how can I channel who they were in my history English classroom?
So many parents may ask, what if my student is stronger at math and science and they may not choose to take that honors class? How come there isn't a choice? And that's a really great question. The humanities are very different than science and math. Everybody can pull it to the table of the humanities. You are not barred by your skill level with writing or reading.
When students enter Trinity in middle school in 5th grade, they have a separate history, a separate Bible, and a separate ELA class, English Language Arts, that are intentionally separate so that students can be taught specific skills that they need for each of those disciplines. However, in 5th grade, teachers already start integrating content. There are units that overlap across all 3 of those disciplines. And it's really intentional because History English asks students to do a lot. To be able to combine so much material and to be able to think holistically about material is really difficult. And so we've tried to weave it in logically, because middle school kids really need that training, so that we can slowly teach the idea that these concepts are inextricably bound.
I think some people could see it almost being overwhelming to study both at the same time, which it's not at TCA at all. But you combining 2 different curriculums really, it prepares you because it forces you to balance 2 different things at the same time.
In addition to studying history with literature, we have a very robust writing program, which we begin the freshman year kind of in concert with history and literature. So they write about the history periods they're learning about, as well, of course, as literary analysis with the piece of fiction they happen to be reading.
It kind of looks like something maybe as easy as grammar in 5th grade and studying grammar. And they'll develop you so you write short essays in 5th grade, and then in 6th grade you'll progress and maybe touch on a different topic and write a little bit longer paper. And then come senior year, you're writing a 10 and 12 page paper, and they've equipped you to do that. So it's not something that scares you, it's not something that pops out at you, it's not something that progresses too fast. Each year they give you kind of a new tool to use for your writing.
We also spend a lot of time, specifically in 8th grade, looking at voice and the power of voice and how do you find your voice, especially in the midst of when there's a moral crisis in the world, and how do you use the training that you've received looking at history and looking at literature and the people who have gone before you to say, I'm going to model my life after these heroes of our faith and of our common history.
A couple of reasons why I really love the History English program has to do with the teachers. The teachers do such a good job at presenting the work in a way that makes sense to all of us. So not just the best students, maybe in somebody that's not that great at writing or not that good with history, they make it applicable to them and relatable to them. And they also do a really good job at actually loving on the students. They care for us, they show us that they care for each and every one of us, and that makes us want to learn.
I know as a parent, I appreciated all 4 of my own children having that sort of background. They have a lot of success in college because of their ease with reading and writing and discussing, and we wouldn't want any student not to have the very best.
In some ways, academia has come back to the idea of all material is interrelated, and in college you don't just study one subject and leave the others behind. And so History English as a model prepares students for that experience.
And I'm confident that I'm fully prepared and I've been well equipped to go off to college and just conquer it.